Another Nigerian, Dr. Israel Christilere, maltreated at the Cairo International Airport by airport security personnel en route to Israel on a pilgrimage. The chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabir Erewa, urges Nigerians to be circumspect when traveling overseas. Plus, a non-governmental organization doing good work in Africa, DOA, is ready to collaborate with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, through her Homestring program to structure and sustain a mentorship internship program for second and third generation Nigerians in the diaspora, starting with those in the United States of America and the United Kingdom, to come to Nigeria and understudy how things work in Nigeria for better understanding and to contribute to national development. And Daniel Ford International, UK, says the game of chess is gradually gaining steam in Nigeria and beyond, as the Nigerian prodigy, Deborah Quickpen, is in Georgia representing the country. Mr. Yemi Edun also speaks on the takeaways from just concluded historic chess match in Lagos between Deborah Quickpen and Tunde Onakoya, World Guinness record holder. Do not forget our complimentary segment of health tips by Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas and our diaspora of the moment. This is your favorite show, The Diaspora. I am Khadija Bomeli, your anchor. Please stay. Welcome back. Let's begin with the story of the maltreatment of Dr. Israel Christilere as he narrates to NIDCOM management, led by the Secretary to the Commission, Dr. Sule Yakubu Basi, who represented the NIDCOM Chairman, CEO, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa.
On 30th of April, I was traveling to Israel via Amman through Egypt here with some people for pilgrimage. I mean, like I said, I hired a pilgrimage company, and actually we were 51 in all. So, but we were divided into two. I had a group of 28 people with me on Egypt here, and the rest were on Ethiopia Airlines. Actually, 22 were on Ethiopia Airlines. A woman was flying from UK to join us. All of us were to meet at Amman, and then through Jordan, we crossed over to Israel after some pilgrimage activities in Jordan. So, when we go to Cairo, we needed to have a 4-hour stopover before we take the second flight that will take off from Cairo to Amman. Myself and one of the pilgrims, a woman, were on business class. The rest 26 were on economy. So I took all of them to the gates, H2, that's the name of the gates, wherein we're going to take the second flight. Myself and this woman went to the lounge because we were on business class to just rest and come back to join others. When it was around 12 midnight, that's 3 hours after we have arrived, I saw on the screen that the gate was already open for those of us flying to Amman. So I told the woman, please let us leave and join others at the gate so that we can also go through the formalities to enter the second aircraft. When I got to the gate, I saw my pilgrims, 26 of them, seated. They were not going through the formalities. And I went to the one who I appointed as the leader amongst them. Why are you not going through formalities? You have all the documents with you. They told me they wanted to go to the formalities, but they asked them to go and sit down. I said, they asked to go and sit down. For what reason? You are passengers, your gate is open. Normally, you should go to the gate with everybody. So I went to the gate, and I saw a young man. I said, please, my question was, are you not attending to Amman passengers yet? Because I know the gate was open. And the young man said, we are already attending to them. If you attend to passengers and going to Amman, and these people, and I just say, pilgrims, please rise up. Let us go through the gates. Because there was no basis for asking these Nigerian people to sit down while others are allowed to go through. And my people rose up and they all lined up behind me. And then we also joined, because there was already a queue. Some people were already on the gate going through. So they followed me. I was the one leading, and all of them followed me. As we were going through, very close to where they would start checking us, suddenly they said we should stop. I was wondering what's going on, and I just saw them meeting some of the airport officials, some policemen. But since we had no business with them, I wasn't bothered about whatever they were doing. When it was almost, now since I was the one leading, when I was almost getting to where I would do the security check, they said I should step aside. And I said, everybody, they said only me. Others can go. So I told them to go on. But I told the woman who was on business class to wait with me. Yeah. Because I know the two of us can do fast track. Yeah. At the end of it, we can quickly do it and get through. So she was standing beside me. After almost about half of the people who have gone through, they now said to me I should follow them to their office. I said, why? I was still thinking it was our documentation. Yeah. So I'd gotten a copy of the visas and everything together, holding. I said no, I should just follow them to the office. The woman wanted to follow me. They said no, she should stay. She should not follow me. And that was how they took me. Carefully isolated me from every other person.
Now, when you are outside your sovereign
country
boundary, you are either a stranger, a visitor, a traveler, a holiday maker, and if you stay more than 1 year and you have a source of livelihood and an address, you become a diaspora. Okay. If you don't stay out continuously for 1 year,
you are not a diaspora.
You are not a diaspora. Okay. Because you won't have an address.
Yeah.
You won't also have a source of livelihood there.
Yeah.
So even if you have stayed more than 1 year, if you don't have a source of livelihood and an address, it's difficult to call you a diaspora. And once you are outside your sovereign, that's why we said home is home. Once you are outside the sovereign, you are subjected to the laws of that particular
country.
Sovereign. That's why we also have diplomatic missions outside our own something. Because if issues arrive, the person on the ground there should be the first respondent, okay? And then before it can be moved back to our in-country. Now, when an issue becomes diplomatic, I can say that a lot of times diplomatic things have their own timelines. They don't get solved instantaneously. And that's where the problem comes. Diplomatic issues sometimes can drag for 10, 20
years.
Yes. But the fact that it is in the process, it will one day get resolved, and that it will help some other people coming from behind. That's why diplomatic issues, usually we don't sweep it under the carpet.
This is one maltreatment too many. A Nigerian traveling anywhere in the world must be treated with dignity and respect. Meanwhile, the second and third generation Nigerians in the diaspora, especially those who have never been to Nigeria, now have the opportunity to know their country better by coming home to engage in mentorship internship programs in organizations of their choices. Take a listen.
As the meeting goes along, each department will come in and talk to you about the specifics towards the collaboration, or towards your concept note to be more exact. And I think what we'll do, and then maybe we'll go ahead and let you have the floor.
As our expected outcome, we are looking forward to working together, partnering together, and moving our nation forward. Just to let you know that by July 25th is our National Diaspora Day, and usually we celebrate it both on-site and also online, with over 10,000 Nigerians from all over the world attending it. During this time, we celebrate Nigerians in the diaspora, including yourself, that are doing excellently well and representing us well globally. We thank you very much and we look forward to a very successful meeting.
We are hoping that we can collaborate with NICOM. We are also collaborating with the Office of the President on sustainable development goals on this. So that's one of the things we're looking to NICOM to help in terms of us collaborating on. One of the other things that ties into that is that when the students do come to Nigeria, we do not, it's a free internship placement program, so we do not charge the students, we do not charge the startups. We support the students or support the operations through fundraising, and with the scaling of in-person internships now, we are hoping and looking forward to be able to raise funds on ground to support students when they are on ground. There are things tied to their logistics and their transport and so on while they are on ground that we would like to be able to support. So hence our interest in wanting to find some ways to collaborate with NICOM to raise funds that NICOM can help use to support the students. Part of this is also establishing NICOM as our anchor home for the students. In this case, this summer, they're Nigerians. Some of them have never been to Nigeria. Some of them, their parents left Nigeria a long time ago. Some of them, they've only been to Nigeria on vacation.
So I can do a draft MOU and then just a general one just to have a foundation that we can work on that, build on that. Any other thing can be added.
For the media, we have a program called the Diaspora, a TV show on the NTA. It's from my last check, is the oldest TV show on the NTA as we speak. So it's been on there. It was set up to monitor, reconnect with Nigerians in the diaspora to their homeland. So, with your program now, the diaspora will focus attention on those interns in Nigeria, monitor what they are doing, spotlight them, and reconnect them back home.
Ours basically is to make sure that when you're coming in, we are aware your intention, everything needs to be clearly, defined, so that we'll be working and be telling you where we come in, liaising with you, any moment you tend doing anything. So we're just like a middleman between your intention and the management of NICOM. So basically that's our own mandate, to ensure that whatever you're doing from the diaspora point, we are making sure that at least your journey back here, or your stay, at least we'll ensure we'll make it a little bit comfortable for you.
Mr. Yemi Edun, CEO, Daniel Ford International, says the game of chess is gaining the needed steam in Nigeria and beyond, as he speaks on the just concluded historic chess match between Deborah Quickpen and Tunde Onakoya, World Guinness record holder. Enjoy the chat.
Now, you just did something in Lagos that is very historic. I will not private to that competition, but from feelers, it went well. A competition between Deborah Quickpen and Guinness World Record holder Tunde Onakoya. Yes, how did you come about staging that competition in Lagos?
Thank you. I always believe, we're all living a script. And, when you and I sat down for other things here 2 months ago. It was not in the plan. I'd never even heard of Deborah Quickpen before at that point in time. But I think it's fortuitous and I think it's divine that a talent like that was brought to my notice. And I got thinking that how can we best harness this talent and give her the best publicity possible. Perchance, Tunde Onakoya had just done what he did with the World Guinness record in New York and probably brought to limelight more than anyone in our lifetime chess as a point of discussion in the country. So I just thought of it that, look, it would be good for them if what they said about Deborah was real, if she's that good, let us test her with who else than Tunde Onakoya. And so that's the background.
Okay, so how did the competition, this historic competition, played out?
First, the venue was a brilliant and the newest building on Alfred Rewani in Ikoyi. Wow. So I could tell you that 99% of the people that attended had never entered that building before. So it gave the match, the prominence and the glitz that it deserves. Another important point to note is the fact that Deborah actually lives in Bayelsa, Yenogua, Bayelsa. She doesn't reside in Abuja or Lagos. And that for me is one of the inspiration that story brings to bear, So we had to make arrangement for her to be in Lagos, in preparation for this match and the FIDE World Cup, which is presently representing Nigeria at the moment. Now, on the day, thanks to NITCOM, Mrs. Abike Dabiri, NITCOM partnered with Daniel Ford International, and that helped us with the media and the traction that an historical event like that should get. Then the match itself, it was broken into 2 styles, rapid and blitz. Rapid is the more traditional chess style, which the players take their time. There's no time limit, And Tunde kicked off and won that style at 3-1. Then they moved to blitz, which is timed.
Okay.
You don't have that opportunity of taking your time, and that is where Deborah is very good.
Wow.
So Tunde started well by winning the first game, but Deborah came back to win 3-1. So the match ended 4-4.
Wow. As a Nigerian in diaspora, what motivates you to doing this? Considering you are just like a low voice. We have over 20 million Nigerians in the diaspora, and you are doing this for chess.
It's not just for chess. There's a void of leadership. There's a void of, especially in our climb, our people need as much as possible. I could have been Deborah some years ago. I have a son about that age. She's living her dreams because someone brought her to my attention. And by doing this, I think it's going to open doors for other people, Charity is the tax we pay for our existence on earth, like the great Muhammad Ali said. So this is a way. And what does it take away from me or from my company? We've been able to put the young girl into the world stage. We've been able to put chess as a topical issue in the country.
Let's take a short break. Keep watching The Diaspora.
This walk that you're walking, even though it was known as the point of no return, we see it now as the joy of return.
The spirit of Africa could not be broken by the transatlantic slave trade. You cannot lose the spirit. And the divine force, the spirit of Africa, has brought us back today.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to home.
Now to health tips segment with AMPA doctors.
Today I'd like to talk a little bit about high blood pressure. High blood pressure, which is elevated blood pressure, is something that is a very common chronic illness that affects a lot of people. When you say your blood pressure is elevated, it could be episodic or long-standing. And long-standing would be a blood pressure greater than 140/90 that is documented at your medical evaluation for more than 3 episodes.
Up next is our diaspora of the moment.
Ijeoma Uchebu is a professor of pharmaceutical nanoscience. She was raised in Southeast Nigeria and Hackney. She completed her pharmacy studies at the University of Benin in 1981 before attending the University of Lagos to obtain her master's degree. Because of infrastructure issues, she was unable to finish her doctorate in Nigeria. After returning to the UK, she studied postgraduate work at the University of London, earning a PhD in 1997. Alexander Sandy Florence, the Dean of the School of Pharmacy, supervised her dissertation from 2002 to 2004. She worked as a lecturer at the University of Strathclyde. Professor Uchebu is currently a professor of pharmaceutical neuroscience at the University College London. She was recently appointed as the 7th president of Wolfson College, University of Cambridge. Her appointment brings a fresh perspective and a wealth of knowledge that will undoubtedly contribute to the growth and development of both the college and its students. Her work has won her numerous awards, fellowships, and accolades, and she holds positions on several academic boards and councils, including the Wellcome Trust and the Academy of Medical Sciences. And she is an honorary fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry. She has also played a leading role during her time at UCL as Pro-Vice Provost for Africa and the Middle East, in forging new research partnerships in those regions, and as UCL's Provost Envoy for Race Equality, steering the organization's race equality agenda. Congratulations, Professor Uchebu. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
That's where we draw the curtain for the diaspora today. Join us next week. I remain Khadija Bamali. Remain positive.